Okay, today we're going to look at a piece of software called Fritzing. I use this to model the Arduino boards for the students on the board. First thing you do is go up to File, go New, now you need to scroll down because you can't see your breadboard there. There's your breadboard. I'm just going to change that. I don't use the long ones, I use the half pluses. So I change that to half plus. Notice you can change your specifications over here. Then I'm going to rotate that board around. Now looking at the board, you'll notice when I connect the wires how the breadboard actually works. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to get an Arduino out. So I click on the Arduino button. I notice I can also pick Spark, Fun, Seed, Studio, etc. But I want an Arduino. I click on the Uno, drag that out onto the screen. Now I want to rotate that. So I rotate it like so. Try and flip. That does work. Rotate it around more. Okay, that's how I want to see it. Now, what I'm going to do very quickly is just show you how this works. So I've got my board on screen, I've got my Arduino on screen, and I want to connect my wires. Now I want to add an LED, so I go back to Core and I click on Core. I'm going to need two parts with the LED. I'm going to need a resistor. What a resistor does essentially is it slows down the current, or drops the current, and it also reduces the amount of heat in the system, in the circuit. The other thing I'm going to drag out is the LED, so I put my LED out here. Now I'm going to have to rotate my LED, so I'll turn that around, and I'm also going to have to rotate my transistor, my resistor rather, so I'm going to turn that around. Then I'm going to drag these out and plug them into the holes, so I'm just going to put that there like that. And you notice these green holes light up. What that says is that I can put a wire into any one of those holes in line with that leg and it will connect. Okay, if I put it over here or put it up here, it's not going to connect. I've got to actually have it in line with that leg. Now, that said, I'm going to put my resistor here. Now, you notice the end of my resistor is in line with that leg, so whatever I connect to this other end of the resistor is still running through the resistor and then up into that leg. And again, you can see that these are lined up as green, meaning I can plug a wire into anywhere on this side of my resistor here. So because this is going to be a digital signal, the light is either on or off, I'm going to use a digital pin, and I can use any one of these as long as I remember which number I used and use that same number in the code. Okay, so let's drag 9 across, and I'm going to connect that pin 9 to the bottom here, right there, and you'll notice that I'll also change the colour of that because that's the one that's where my power is running. So I click on that wire and then down here I change that to red because that's my power wire. Then I'm going to run a ground across, so I get my ground, click in the ground space here and drag, and I'm going to connect that to the negative leg. Now you know the negative leg on the LED is the shorter leg. Okay, and they use the little kink in this to show that that's the shorter leg. Also too, I changed the colour of that wire. Just get rid of that. Change the colour of that wire to black, so I know that that's my ground. And that's pretty much it. There's a circuit done. So you could see how you actually drag the wires out from Fritzing and connect them, and how you connect the parts as well. So that was a basic introduction to how you use Fritzing. Notice also up here you can add the code in here as well, so you've got both the code and the breadboard. I find the code in Fritzing works sometimes, doesn't work all the time, so I tend to go, okay, I just set up the breadboard in Fritzing, and then I do all the code parts in Arduino itself. Okay, that's it for today. That was a basic introduction to Fritzing.